Hey Neil here from neilcurtis.me. I have this tutorial about styling gravity forms and it's gone down quite well, but I got a comment saying that someone has put the Honeypot anti-spam option on their gravity form, which is an option in gravity forms, but when they do this, this field actually shows up and it's not hidden. And the whole point of this Honeypot field is it's a hidden field, so us normal people can't see it when you look at the forms, but bots, so spam bots, when they come and fill in your forms to spam your forms, they actually do see this field because they don't see the visually what we do. They see the actual fields. So the point is, this field is supposed to be left empty by normal people because it's hidden, but the spam bots do fill it in, so there's an error on the form and it's not submitted. But the person left a comment saying when they actually put this anti-spam filter on, it does actually show up on the form and it's not hidden. So we're going to have a look now at this and see if we can get it to hide. So in that tutorial, we basically build this form and lay it out all these different fields like this and filter all these fields. And in another tutorial, I put this background image on, but that's not important now. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at this Honeypot anti-spam field to see if it does show up, and if it does, how we can get rid of it. So if I look here, our form is this one. It's got an ID of 7. So this form here has an ID of 7. Your form will have a different ID. And if I go into the settings and go form settings, this is all gravity forms. So these form options here is because I've got gravity forms installed. So if I go right down to the bottom, you see we've got these form options and we've got this anti-spam Honeypot. And if you hover over it, it just says it's like a recapture field, but it's another option to stop spam. So I'm going to enable this and update my form. And if I refresh this form, now you see we get this extra email field here, and it's not a real email field, it's just a pretend field. And we've got this error, and we've got this validation message here that says it should be left blank, but this shouldn't show up really. This should be hidden because we don't want to see it. This is for the spam bots. So what we can do is we can add a bit of code to hide it, and the way I found out what bit of code I needed is I right click this. I'm using Google Chrome. If I right click it and go inspect element, if I go down here, you see that it tells me this field has an ID of 7_9. So that's actually the one I need to target to hide this, and it's just a normal text field because it says type text. So if I go into my editor window, and I'll open this in a new window, and all the formatting and styling we've done for this particular gravity form we've done in that last tutorial that I showed you at the very beginning. But if I'm just going to do a search for _7, and this shows me all of the styling that we did in that last tutorial to target the gravity form with an ID of 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some more code here to basically target this text field and say we don't want it to display. So this is a targeting code to target the text field. So these text fields here, or these fields here, are formatted by these bit of code, CSS code here. So this top one is actually the code to target the field number 7_1. So I'm going to copy that and paste it here. I'm going to change it to 7_9 because that is actually this hidden Honeypot field, or the field we want hidden. So I'll just put my open and close curly brackets, and what we need to do is just write the words display none, and I'll update that, and that should get rid of this field here. It might not get rid of this text, but it should get rid of this field. So I'll refresh my page, and there we go, it's gone. But actually this text is now gone up here, but this text here hasn't disappeared. So now we need to get rid of that text. And to do that, we still want to target this same field, but the code is slightly different, but it's very similar. So I'm just going to copy all of this, and instead of having input text at the end, all we do is have .gfield underscore description, because it's actually the description of this field. So I'll update this, and now when I refresh, this text disappear, which it has, and the form now looks like it did before, but now we have the Honeypot anti-spam enabled. Really, this shouldn't be shown. It should be, the settings should be display none by default, and for some reason that wasn't happening. But you see, there's a simple bit of code we can add just to target the Honeypot field here. Okay, I hope you found that useful, and if you did, you should subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get all the videos that I do as soon as I do them, and also head over to my website at www.neilcurtis.me, where you'll find loads more tutorials, not just on gravity forms, but all other sorts of WordPress styling and tips.